Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
Turn me up.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
And it's your girl, Emma Grand.
And this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And today's guest, we have none other than MK.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Mike Knox.
Hey.
Soon to be known as Motivational Knox. You know what I mean? So when y'all hear that Motivational Knox, no smoothed up that situation. Because why you don't go by Motivational Knox yet?
I don't know.
Because everything is motivational with you.
Yeah, I just motivate. That's all.
Yeah, like it's the motivation.
That's it. I just give
One,
them a little,
two,
just a
three.
little light motivation.
Yeah, I am the motivation.
Sometimes I gotta get a little different, but
No, you be motivating outside. You
motivation.
definitely motivating.
I try to.
You know what I'm saying? You come home,
Yeah.
straight jet work on.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah.
Serious work. I'm talking like you really came home, feet on land,
Yeah.
and got back running.
After 7
After 7 years.
years straight.
Yeah.
The right way.
The right way.
Yeah.
Stood tall. Tall as could be. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot going on right now. I'm standing tall.
It's
now.
vicious out here.
It's a little goofy right now.
You went down where standing tall was still a thing. Nowadays, it's like it's every man for himself as far as the rap shit go. The rap niggas, when they get in bonds, they try and bail out. Like
For me,
the situation is.
it's different because I come from the era where you gotta stand what you do.
Right.
And in some situations you get in, you're gonna have to sit down. You're not gonna get the bell and just walk out the door.
Right.
You're gonna have to sit down.
You're not gonna be there.
My situation was a little different because somebody wore a wire on me. See what I'm saying? See, mine was a conspiracy.
Right.
It was a conspiracy. It's something that I was a part of and stepped away from. When I stepped away, and then I'm traveling and I'm doing this, and I'm home one night and they hit the crib.
They just run out.
Block the block off like they came to get Scarface.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
And they be like 5 in the morning. They be early morning junkies.
That was about that. That was about right.
That's how it go.
That's the time.
When they come in, they like to get you. They don't want you to go to work.
Probably with
or nothing.
Tuesday, too.
In case you plan on sneaking out.
Yeah, they gonna get your ass.
But when they come, they got you.
It's
you know
a
what I'm
wrap.
saying? So
Yeah.
I had to go do what I had to do, and that was that.
So, when they got you, around that time, it's like 2012.
No, actually, they got me. I got indicted 2010.
2010?
I went in 2012.
So you went in 2012.
Let's be clear. They got me 2000. They indicted me 2010.
Right.
I went in and posted bond. I was on house arrest.
Right.
And then
They was putting the case together for 2
years.
years and put you in,
Yeah, well,
in 2012.
roughly under 2 years.
Right.
And then I went in and did my time.
But and around that time is when everything was really starting to come together for you.
Yeah, it was like everything was moving.
Right.
But you gotta go. I had to go do what I had to do. I couldn't worry about what was going on. I had to go
What was
do
your
what I had to
mindset? What was you thinking when 2012 hit and you gotta go sit down, but you really getting traction outside? You outside with 50, y'all moving a little bit.
do. I never really, at that point, I wasn't thinking about that.
You wasn't.
I wasn't worrying about the music. I was doing the music, but I wasn't worrying about it. I honestly felt like I said, I'm going. The 7 years is over.
Damn.
The music is.
That was the
You felt the door was dead.
It's about 7 years back in 2012.
You know,
We like niggas
come
gonna
back
forget
and
about
shit
me and
is
shit.
done. Yeah.
And even if they don't forget, I don't even think I'm gonna have the traction to get it.
To get it rolling.
Look how things changed in 2 years.
yeah,
period.
fast.
You're talking about 7. You know what I'm saying? So when I went in, it was like my first, I would say, year. Everybody was just in my face with the music. I didn't want to hear no music. I didn't want to watch no videos.
Yeah, you don't want nothing to do with
Don't
none of
ask me
that
about
shit.
50, don't ask me about Gina, don't ask me about nothing.
Right.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me do my time. And I think I was mad at myself for probably the first 18 months. Then I just got used to it and I didn't care about music no more. I didn't write raps anyway. Everything you hear from me come from here.
Right.
So.
I heard it was like a guard or something. You was trying to get a pen.
Yeah. And that was in my state bed.
Okay, so that happened before the feds.
That happened before the feds. Like I was in the state jail, and I got into an altercation with a guard, so they had me in the hole. I'm like, damn, I want to write some raps. There wasn't nothing to do, and they used to have like these little plastic pens. I'm like, yo, let me get a pen. He like, no, fuck out of here, memorize it.
Hating on you.
And I'm like, you know what? Bitch, I'm gonna memorize it.
And did it.
And you don't know, I've been doing that ever since.
He stepped your game up.
He
Where
helped me out.
Helped you out, yeah.
I know he
you
probably
never
still
know how the
guard,
universe be. That be the thing, right? You sick. I can leave. You
Yeah.
gonna be here.
He gonna be here.
This
man.
really your life.
Yeah, so it
I'm
helped
gonna
me
go
out.
get on these jets and drink this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you know, and this is like I said, when I came home, I said like maybe, to be honest with you, 6 months before I came home, I was done with music.
So 6 months before your release date,
I was gonna come home and get
you
a
was
job.
done with this shit.
I was gonna come home and be a regular and get a job.
But what changed?
That last year, even though I say all the way down to 6 months, but like that last year, like when you get close to coming home, there's so many things that entails. You know, checkups to, you know, you're going to see the counselors and all these different things. Mm-hmm. And they kept saying to me, yo, your voice, you need to do something with your voice. And I just kept ignoring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
The counselors are saying
the
that?
counselors, the
Right.
different guards, new staff that's coming into jail, just people in general. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting like fan letters and shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I'm not really there with it no more. And I'm gonna tell you what really did it. When I seen Meek Mills getting out. And
Oh, you seen it. You seen when you was down when Meek got out.
I seen everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I didn't know that time.
oh no, I gotta come home right.
Yeah.
I'm not letting this go like
Okay.
this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that was the one moment I started to pick up a pen 'cause I was so rusty. And I'm like I'll jot a bar down and go to chow. You know what I'm saying?
One bar.
Yeah, like, one bar, like, because I think it's corny, but let me just see. And
Come
I
back
come
to
back
it.
to it, and I have it under my pillow. I won't let my celly know what I'm doing. Because he
Sneaking it
cause
right.
they all wanted me to rap the entire time I was there, and I would never
Right.
rap for nobody. And
Nah,
I'm
just
like,
give us some bars.
I just wouldn't do it.
Right.
And I'm like, because I always felt like if you rap in jail, you finish, you're done.
You become one of them
You
boys.
become just a talent show guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like,
Right.
So, you know, after a while, the verses started to connect, and I'm like, I think I'm a,
I got it.
you know, 'cause I was talking to Yayo and 50 and everybody the entire time I was down.
Like they were still calling. And
Yeah,
shit like
but
that.
it wasn't about music.
Right.
You know,
Then
they
your
my
folks.
brothers, so it wasn't about music. Like whatever
They
I wanted to do, I was
check-ins.
gonna be supported.
What's up
you
with
know
you?
what I
How
mean?
you? Shit like
Yeah,
that.
and then it was like when it was time for me to come home, it was like, okay, how you want to come home? I'm like, well, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to get out.
Yeah.
You know, and then they sent the Sprinter and the cameras, and so I come out the door, I'm like, oh, okay,
That's my life
Made a
again.
movie.
I think this is what we doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So once you came out, the cameras, the sprinters,
Yeah,
the bag waiting.
they wanted to send me back.
I heard.
Yeah,
They didn't like how much you
No,
was
they didn't want
doing.
It
to
was
put
his-
me. Listen, because I had to go to the halfway house. This is how they do it. Don't ever think because the person goes to the halfway house that he doesn't have a house.
Right.
They make you go there first because they want you to produce a check your first couple weeks, and
Right.
then they'll let you go to your house, or you might get out earlier than your original date,
And
which
you go to
would
the
get
halfway
home confinement. So you go to the halfway house first. So for me, it was like they wanted me to go there. So by the time we got to the halfway house was like, yo, the jail is calling saying that you had a tour bus on the premises. And I'm like, I don't fucking tour bus. I had a Sprinter.
Right.
And the warden knew what was going on, but the
Yeah.
warden wasn't there that day. So they let that ride, and then the halfway house was telling the staff, yo, we got a celebrity in here. Nobody take pictures of them. And it was just crazy.
Yeah,
And I'm
all this
like,
mayhem around you, and you
That's
not even
crazy.
really.
I'm just trying to adjust to getting home.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they like, yo, you can't do no music, you can't go to no studio, you can't shoot no videos, none of that.
Well, that was like a
like
part of your
stipu-
probation?
Right.
No, that's what the halfway house was stipulating.
Oh,
Because
wow.
I see, they consider when you're in the halfway house that you're still not home.
Okay.
You're still under custody,
Supervision.
under
Supervision,
supervision.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to put the call in for my lawyer. And
He
it got-
fixed all that shit.
Got a little different fast.
He fixed that real
So
quick.
let him do what he want to do. And, you know, the judge, they worked it all out. So
That's
it
love.
worked out for me.
So once you got out and you got this pretty much like this personal parade, it's like you felt as though, all right, I can't just let this shit go. I gotta do it.
Yeah, but it was still people. There was still people saying like,
Things change
man,
and all
it's
that.
different out here. Man, you want to do that rap shit again? Or, you know what I mean? Just like that.
I wanted to ask you because I noticed, I seen that a lot from you, and it was like, who was these people? Was like, were these close people? These
Very
friends,
close.
relatives?
No, very close.
Like people whose opinion mattered to you.
Wow.
No, it's not even that their opinion mattered to me. It was just more so they was close enough
Yeah.
to say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and when you already kind of like not sure of what you want to do, you don't need to hear certain
They
things.
planting seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're trying to plant a seed, and I'm like, nah, nigga, you done.
That part.
You know what I'm
Did they used to
saying?
That part.
Huh?
Did they
yeah.
used to? Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, you
That's what the
finished. You
issue
wrapped
was.
up. You washed down.
Yeah.
Because I noticed you kept saying, like, if shit changed so much, then why are you still out here doing the shit you doing?
That's what I had to understand. Like, listen, hold on. I've been going 7 years, and I started realizing when I'm moving around, like, hold on, they doing the same shit they was doing before I left. Mm-hmm. So no, it's them that's washed up.
Yeah.
It ain't me. I'm actually 7 years ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because I was absorbed. You know, they say you shine and you glow when you down. So I'm like, oh no, and I'm sharp. Because I've read books, I did all kind of shit.
Yeah.
And my patience is different from before. So it's like,
You learn time.
bro, I'm around 1,500 different personalities every day. You come outside, you come out the cell and somebody may get stabbed today. Or if not, beat up. And they're going to be over the smallest thing. So you think I don't recognize this shit out here?
Right.
This is easy.
It's easy now. It's a cakewalk outside.
I have to stay away from it.
Yeah. It's like definitely. I always tell people, like, if you ever sit down, if you don't come out different, you
Yeah.
tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's like if you take that time where you literally can't do anything for real to, you know, move your life forward.
produce it, yeah.
Right. You can't produce anything. You can't get no traction
Yeah.
behind them walls like that.
Yeah.
It's only so much you could do through phone calls.
Right. No,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I had the iPhone, though.
yeah, I'm sure that you was right.
Okay.
I'm sure you was FaceTiming and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I had it going.
But it's still like you can't really get your hands on nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Crazy.
can't.
Like,
But
you
you know
can't
what?
do
It
nothing.
really, listen, it's crazy because they need to let them have phones.
You really
Right,
do.
They do because, first of all, you're able to stay in contact with your family, number one. Number two, you learn so much. Like, if you're a person that's really trying to go out there and do something, you learn so much through the internet.
Right. Nothing but time.
Look at Wallow.
Yeah.
So just being on the internet itself teaches you so much. You got guys that have been in jail from the 90s, man. They don't know what's going on out here. You know what I mean? But if they got the phone, they pretty much get into it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I heard there's a couple dudes down that's like in the crypto and shit like that too. Like,
Yeah.
these days, like,
It's a lot. It's a lot of
I
money
mean, because
on the wall.
if you got all that time, like, you could use that time. You could change yourself completely.
Listen, everybody that they feel like is, you know how that one guy from your neighborhood that you like, yo, he was a killer. Yo, he was this, he put that work in. You got them crazy stories about him. He don't feel like that anymore. He's done. He's like ashamed of even hearing people talk about him like that because he's stuck behind that wall and he's trying to fight that elbow. And if he gets out, he gotta still watch his back.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different, man.
So while we on this subject, it is something I wanted to touch on. I definitely don't want to keep you there because
Yeah, it's all good.
I can imagine having to talk about that type of shit. There's no telling the type of effect it had on you personally. But you was in a hole for
Yeah.
like 9 months.
Straight.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to understand, like, what does that, because I don't think people paint the picture enough. Because
know
these
what it
niggas
is.
still wild. So these
Yeah.
niggas y'all not scared of jail,
no.
y'all not scared of the hole. You niggas is ready for everything. So,
Because they think
Please.
the county is the whole.
that's what they used to. You out there, you still cool, you chilling, it ain't the same.
Nah, it ain't the same. I could do that with my eyes closed.
Yeah, so what was it like? What is the hole, first off? What's the hole like?
The
And
whole
then
is
mentally, what did it do to
the
you?
whole is another unit in the jail that you're not including in anything that's going on outside of that cell. And you locked in. It's supposed to be 23 and 1, 23 hours and 1 hour out. Me, I did 24 because, well, you get a shower every 2 days,
Every 2 days?
right? Every 2-3 days you get a shower,
Damn.
right?
I didn't know that.
And then you get yard, which you get yard for a half hour and you get shower for a half hour. So I would only come out for the shower and I would go back in because the yard is considered a kennel. So, you know, they look at us like animals. So
Like
I want to be in the kennel.
I'm not putting myself in no
that.
cage, right?
So I would stay in my cell and read books and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, you have to be built for it. Where you gonna go?
Right, you stuck in this situation.
I was in the whole me, Southwest T. We was in the same.
Damn, that's
jail.
crazy, for real.
He was in the same job. We was talking through the heating system.
Wow. That's
Yeah. So, cause they kicked me out the jail, they kicked him out the jail. They said we had too much influence on the compound.
Oh, that's what
They came and got
me.
me.
They made it sound like he got kicked, or they let him go because of like sick.
Well,
coke
no,
and shit.
he was in Fort Dix.
Okay, when
When I got to Fort Dix, I left the pen and all of that, and my levels dropped down. I went to the low, and then I ended up, over there with them. So I was in a hole, and they came and got me and said, "Listen, get off the compound." I'm like, "What's up?" They're like, "You got too much influence in the job. We're getting you out of here today, buddy." So I'm like, "All right, come on with it." But they ended up keeping me back there for 9 months because they didn't want to just let me go to another facility. They wanted to fuck my date up, so I couldn't go home on my date. I had no shots. So they wanted to get a shot on me, which was a write-up. And if you get a write-up and you lose the write-up, now they snatch your get days and that changes your date. So they kept holding me back there to try to, under investigation, they got to give you, I think it's like 90 days, 120 days, something like that. They restarted every time. So they couldn't get nothing on me. They just had a lot of people.
So they was trying to put something together. They was holding you in the hole, trying to put something together, and they couldn't get nothing.
Nah. So they just ended up shipping me.
That's crazy. Did Southwest T share any crazy stories with you?
Well, we had crazy stories together.
Yeah. That'd be some of the best shit, though.
I was different
you see
behind
that,
that.
you get to talking, you know what I mean?
Behind the wall, I was a little different.
Yeah.
Because all the music, all that stuff go out the window. It's like a survival mode. You know what I mean? You're going to have the people that's going to try you, or you're a rapper.
Yeah.
And they find out different that I'm not.
That
I
you
just
really
like
is
the
gorilla,
rap.
yeah.
Right.
You know, I do this shit. This is what I really do.
This is the second hand shit.
This is the second hand, but I was just happy it was over with.
Yeah, that's cool.
You feel like it helped you grow as a man, your bid?
It helped me grow patience, but it also scarred me in a way. Because during time young, you're not affected by it when you're younger. When you grow and you're older, your mental space changes because you have so much. I'm responsible for people. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not like a person that's just out here just doing whatever I want to do because I can. Like, I'm not a deadbeat dad. You understand what I'm saying? None of my kids will never be on Instagram talking crazy about me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and I was taking care of them while I was in jail. You know what I mean? So that's just me. That's who I am. So when you have other responsibilities, I think it affects you differently.
Yeah.
And for me, that's what it was for me. It affected me differently.
Because it's definitely that thing where it's like, I know me, myself, my shit was nothing compared to yours. I ain't saying it is. I tell anybody, like, anytime sitting doing nothing and away from the people you love, that shit counts. Yeah. And it's like you really feel it. Your kids is different.
Yeah.
And for you, your son is damn near grown when you get out.
Yeah, he's 15,
like that shit
16.
weighs on you. You know what I mean? Especially you're in a position you don't want to have them up there. You don't want to involve them and have them seeing certain shit. You want to keep them innocent in some type of way.
But him seeing it, because I didn't lie to him. I didn't do the whole daddy's away at school.
In school, the college joint.
Nah, I'm in here. You know what I mean? So that way he knows, see, this ain't where you want to be. Actually, the day that they took me to the hole, they came to see me. So they seen me go to the hole.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, yo, I'm telling my people's like, yo, listen, about to take me to the hole. Don't make no scene. I'll call you when I can.
Right.
I never stepped foot on the compound again.
And they shipped you off 9 months later.
9 months later, had me in a whole nother jail.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they built different.
Yeah, that jail shit ain't no joke, man. It's so many people out here just running rampant like it is a joke. Like it's like they really not handing out these football numbers for anything.
Yeah, but you know what happens? What I don't respect like a lot of these rappers that they talk all this crazy shit on these records.
Don't be doing
it. As soon as they get locked up, you see all these petitions to get them out. Like, why you wasn't looking for a petition when you was moving how you was moving. Now, sign this petition and get this spell and like a mistreated. I'm going through this and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't understand this
You
shit.
was acting like you ready for anything.
Yeah.
But you spending and all of this on these records. I don't get it. I never understood that.
Yeah, that's the part. It's like,
Yeah.
y'all gotta just stop. Just tell everybody it's a facade. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Cut all the nut shit out. You know what I mean? Because they ain't built for it. And so many, even with the YSL shit, it's like,
That's just
I knew
crazy.
what it was gonna be.
It's just crazy.
Like, I always used to tell niggas when everybody be on rap songs talking about like, yo, I'd never snitch on 10 tone. Have you ever been in that situation?
There you go.
Have you ever had to go into
Bro.
especially a RICO, because now your charges is his charges your charges. Y'all all going down some conspiracy shit. It's certain shit that you might not have did that you reaping some, you know what I mean?
You know what makes
Some
it
bad
bad?
shit for
What
it.
makes it bad is media controls a narrative. Everybody that talks about the snitching thing and they haven't been through it. Saying like they haven't been put in this predicament to say that, oh no, he didn't tell.
Yep.
I've been through that. They told me, and like when they came and got me, I don't care who you think you are, how tough you are, how much of a killer you are. The feds come get you, you going in that interrogation room. That's the first place you go. And it's about what you do from there.
Yep.
Period.
He just said the Chicago nigga, he told the cop, he said if you give me a phone, I'll call him right now and we could get him.
Yeah, and it's
Crazy.
just bad. It's crazy.
It was what's the name, folks? I guess some niggas that run with like Dirk and I'm used to. I ain't gonna put
It's
that on
crazy
Dirk and
because it's like, for me, it's like I said, I watch and I'm like, all these people that say stuff, they ain't been through none of this shit.
that's the problem.
And they all in the comments.
Everybody tough when you're not tested. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You the toughest nigga in the world until you get tested.
You know, me personally, I don't know them guys. And I look at it like this. This is how I look at it. You gotta have the conversation with your co-defendant before you make that type of move.
Like
People's situations get sticky in certain situations, right? And you know, if it's like, y'all gotta have that talk
before shit gets
On the
sticky.
same page.
before to know what y'all doing.
Right.
Because a game plan gotta be put in order if it's able to be put in order.
Right.
Because guess what? When it gets crazy, it may sound crazy, but it becomes every man for himself at that moment. But when it becomes every man for himself, it
That's
comes
when shit
down
go
to
bad.
his dignity, his pride, and what he stands on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's no different than, you know, God forbid he was to get sick and y'all doing the show. You gotta run the show. You're gonna make the decisions based off what you feel that he would do too. You're not just gonna make the show out of your selfishness of your ways of just making it
About what you wanna
about
do.
you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't recognize that, yo, you know when you sign this, if they call you up there, you know what's gonna happen, right?
Right.
You know you're gonna have to go in that box. And you don't go in that box in those circumstances.
I don't think that conversation is had at all. I know personally firsthand that conversation I had at all. And that's where shit go wrong. Is once them folks get involved and they start talking and
Yeah.
they tell them lies, they tell
Yeah.
you folks this, then you like, what?
But I also feel like that whole shit is completely different. It's like that whole trial, that whole everything, that shit is a mess. Look at how many people they saying they got as witnesses.
That's
Look
crazy.
Look at what they dealing with the jurors. Look at that. It's
And
just,
how it's just
it's too
televised.
much. It's too. I feel like it's just about pushing a person in the front and just watching them just be destroyed.
That's
Yeah.
what it's definitely that. I
You know
think
what I'm
that
saying?
I think it's about sending a message. It's about
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And you gotta if all these young niggas is out here doing this, right, and personally for them, he stands as them young boys, leader of the young boys. Even other than from here, whatever, any city. So we destroy him, we destroy a lot of them. Or we deter a lot of them.
Yeah.
We show them that we could get him. Oh, you niggas is tuna.
Or-
you know what I'm saying? You goldfish.
Or they feel like they smarter than him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They may feel like, Well, he did that way. I didn't do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way.
The other folk, the young boys.
Yeah, because, bro, listen, it's crazy. Like you gotta really watch what's going on. Like, you look, and the media is controlling the narrative. These are people they're not in the streets.
Right.
They don't know what comes from this. They're making a judgment on things, and they fast to say certain things about certain people. And I'm not speaking about them per se. I'm saying overall.
Right.
You know how easy it is for a person to roll out their mouth and say that this person is a rat and they ain't seen no paperwork?
Ain't seen shit.
Do you know in the jail, in the federal penitentiary, if you call this man a rat, a person a rat, and you don't have paperwork to show that, you can die?
Wow.
Like right there.
Wow.
Right.
Like he has every right to put a knife in you. If he don't kill you, he can stab you and send you out to jail.
Right.
And then you go to the next jail and they'll follow you there.
And they find out what
So
happened.
that's not something to be playing with.
Yeah.
You know, the dick up dummy and all that. Like these is words you die for in jail.
The internet shit is
It's true, a different type of.
It's running
That's
wild.
some real shit right
Yeah,
there.
it's just
running
really
wild.
true.
But
That's deep.
I'm glad we got to talk about that. Hopefully, you know, the young boys out there, hopefully y'all listen, because that's what I like to get into those conversations.
Yeah, without a
Maybe
doubt.
they learn that this shit is not a
I hope
game.
they do
it's,
too.
It's dead serious.
But they got to know how to talk to the youngest too. You can't chastise them.
Right.
You got to know when they want to talk and when they don't want to
You
talk.
gotta give them what
You know what I mean?
you
You can't-
some of your wisdom
Yeah.
from what you learned through living life.
Yeah.
And all you can do is either take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, but you
That's
know,
it.
once they had the babies, and once they hustling and they taking care of home, they're not considered young no more. They look at themselves as grown men. So you got to treat them accordingly as a grown man, because you got so many older guys. Like, listen, think about it. How many times you had older guys back in our day say, "Listen, do this, and I got you." Like this is this, and give you this, and you get this back, and give me that. And the whole time he burning you, and this your old head. You look up to him and you love him.
And you think he on your side.
Once he breaks your heart, you don't respect nobody else after that.
And you for self.
Yeah, you for self. So
Yeah. Listen, young boys, stay out them streets, man.
wind up, man.
We a little hungry. We gonna get to this food. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Amber Grand.
We got Mike Knox with us. This Cooking Up 215. We be right back. Let's go.
It's our favorite part of the show.
That's your favorite?
Yes, sir. Ah, chef, what you got cooking?
You already know.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth. It is my favorite part of the show. It is time to get into that food. And today's chef, we have Chef Henny.
Hi.
Listen, they should know you already.
They
Henny,
should.
You know what I mean? Henny been through already.
Y'all
like,
remember me from the tacos.
Yeah, she had the tacos. You know, she got some pasta for us and some wings tonight, but we gonna have tacos again. Nah, but this looks delicious. Tell me about this meal.
Okay, so we have a crab Alfredo, topped off with fresh crab legs, and it's actually crab inside the Alfredo because we're not stingy. And we also have garlic parm wings as well.
Some garlic parm wing. What's that little
Yes.
garlic parm under there?
A little
sauce?
garlic sauce on the bottom.
A little dippy
yes.
I like that.
A little saucy, yeah.
Yeah, wings and pasta, you know.
We're doing saucy today. That's
Yeah.
the theme, saucy.
We doing some hood shit today, too. You know, one thing
Yeah.
niggas love is, you know, chicken Alfredo and some chicken wings. So, I mean, with seafood Alfredo, though. But
Yeah, for
it's still
sure.
a good job.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to try it, for
so
sure.
let everybody know how to keep up with Henny, where they can get them some of these, you know, seafood pasta, these garlic parm wings.
Absolutely. So my Instagram is Get You a Henny. That's GETCHU Henny. And my Facebook is also Get You a Henny. I do tacos every Tuesday. I cater. I do meal preps. I do coquito. I do infused foods. I do it all. So wherever you need, I'm in the Philly and South Jersey area.
What's up with the infused foods, though? So, like,
I almost
there
bought some
certain
today,
things,
but I
though?
wasn't sure.
yeah, because I would love to get some. Like, I'm looking for something.
Yes,
like,
I do infuse anything, like infused lamb chops, infused Alfredo, infused cookies, the Fruity Pebbles. I do infused coquito. I do infuse like anything. Like my goal is to have a restaurant with just infused foods.
Infused foods?
Like all medicated, literally.
That's super dope.
Yes, for
You know
sure,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
My anxiety be kicking my ass. You know,
We all need it.
entrepreneur, you get stressed out out this joint. You be
Yes.
needing to just chill out.
Yes.
So I
for
love to
sure.
eat a lamb chop and be able to fall back.
Okay, so
Like,
next time we gotta do the infused lamb chops and the chicken tacos.
Yeah,
That's what
we're gonna have to do
next
that. We're gonna have to
time.
do that. We're gonna
For
make
sure,
that happen.
Yes.
So if anybody out there artist, you know, cooking up caliber. If you want to infuse dinner, hit me up in the DM. We're going to make it happen.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Get you a Henny.
Get you a Henny. It's your boy Smooth. It's Cooking Up 215. Let's get back to the show. Let's go. You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
It's your girl Amber Grand.
And we still saying here with Mike Knox, and we about to get into this food presented to us by Chef Henny. For those of y'all that know, Chef Henny has already been here, and she brings it when she comes.
She
You know what I'm
carry.
saying? She bring her attitude too, but it's like, nah, that's my homie. We good folks, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all already know what time it is. We about to get into this food. We gonna let y'all know how Henny carrying it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Mike, and man, feel
I'm gonna let
free.
you go first.
Dive in. Oh, you gonna put me on the spot.
You got the real crab meat in it. You gonna be doing.
That's good, too.
Yeah, she know what she's doing.
Okay, honey.
Yeah, that joint here. And
Nice and cheesy too.
We forgot to say tap the microwave. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's still it's good. That's just so transparent. I want to keep it with y'all.
It's like a salad.
I mean, that joint still hitting. Like,
Yeah, she got it going.
you know, some people they drink get a little room temperature and the sauce be a different kind of sauce than it was when they put it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get her number.
Yeah, it's a good joint. Crab meat all in there. You see the crab legs
It's
on
really
top.
good. It's really
That's
good.
good.
Yeah. You know, Henny do her thing. Henny definitely do her thing. I had to dive in. I was a little hungry. I ain't eat all day. You know what I mean? But, you know, before we left off, we talked about, you know, you going through your situation, sitting down for all that time. But now you back on the streets. You outside. And literally, you hit the streets running. Let's take it back, your mindset. You get out, you got folks in your ear, they telling you it's different out here. They don't want to hear what you was talking about back then. But then you got your guys, you seeing 50, he's still moving and shaking.
Yeah.
And you know, and I'm guessing he embracing you open arms. He
Without a
pulling up
doubt.
on blocks of vendors and Mustangs.
Coming to see me.
So he like, you know, if you running, we running.
Yeah.
So where's your mind at music-wise? Are you thinking like, damn, how do I make something to fit in, or you just on, I'm
I didn't
me,
wanna
I'm
fit
straight
in.
me?
When I came home, I honestly didn't understand what the fuck Philly was doing as far as rapping. I feel like everybody was sounding like Chicago and Atlanta, and I'm like, that's not what we do. This what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't hating on no artist or nothing like that. I just felt like it was an open lane for me to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I just went to the studio and started working. And actually, I did a whole project, a back block, right?
I was gonna talk about that.
The back block record, I'm gonna be honest, was made in a joking manner. I was playing around when I made back block. Cause I was like, yo, they just doing what's this drill shit? I no disrespect, I love drill.
Right.
But at the time, for me, I'm like, I just was playing around like back block. And I was like, well, that shit sound all right. And then
It turned into a
record.
whole thing.
Yeah.
And you end up getting a lot of Philly people get on the remix.
That wasn't supposed to go that way.
The ones supposed to go that way? What happened to the Back Block album?
It's done.
It's done?
Back block
It
boys
been
album
done?
is done. It's been done. I haven't.
Are we gonna hear it? Like, is it
It's
gonna
gonna
drop?
come. You know what's crazy? We was in New York today. Actually, where my phone at? I can. I turned down a deal for Back Block Boys today.
Damn,
Wow.
for real?
I turned down the situation that was brought to the table for us.
Like they wanted the album or something? Like they wanted to distribute the situation? What type of play
They
was it?
wanted us to do a deal with them, a certain company, but I didn't like the terms of the deal.
Okay.
I'm like, nah, we're not taking that.
And when you say us, is it the Back Block Boys? Because I know, you know.
Back Block Boys.
And
It's
who?
my is Back Block Boys is my situation
Right.
that I pour people in on.
So who were the people that's in on Back Block Boys?
Beanie Sigel, Freeway, Quilly, Osama,
Osama.
and me.
Yeah, foreign Osama. Yeah, that's a hard joint.
Yeah.
And
Did you and Beanie Sigel have a situation before?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did a long time ago. Yeah, we got the mixing a little bit. That's my brother now, though.
Yeah.
But and you know,
Brothers fight, don't they?
Right.
yeah, you know,
they do.
brothers fight.
Yeah.
And I heard y'all fought over it was something stupid too. At
I
least
don't
far
even
as I
remember what it
know.
was. I don't think. Listen, I don't even remember what it was over.
All right,
So it had to
but
be.
My folks, they do good research. Do you want to hear what she told me it was?
yeah, I want to hear.
She said it was about you bought a bottle in the club,
What?
and then he denied that you bought the bottle or some shit. That's what she said.
Or he denied the
She's
bottle.
lying.
It's not it. It's not
Damn.
That definitely wasn't
That
it.
wasn't it?
No.
All right, she probably picked up something bad and just
Maybe
ran
she
with
probably,
it.
you know what I mean? She didn't know. But,
That's why I asked first, you know what I mean?
you know, when you got two people, at that time, when you have two guys, one from North Philly, one from South Philly, that are aggressive and mean what they say and say what they mean,
Right.
sometimes you just gotta get an understanding.
Yeah. Two alphas.
You know what I mean? And
That's how you become best friends though in the hood.
no, we
sometimes.
really did become best friends after that. Like, that's
I
my
mean-
brother. Like, we talk all the time to my kids and all. Like, it's
Word.
just, that's my guy right there.
The streets, the city be like that. It be so many times where it be dudes that you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's say we don't know each other. We might
Yep.
ran into each other in the
Yep.
studio.
Yeah.
But it's just this natural animosity between us.
Yeah.
Whole time we might fight one time. Now we homies.
We
Now,
homies. It's like,
now we got all this shit in common.
we know if we both in the room, man, we could tear the room apart together.
Yeah,
So that's what me and him know for a fact.
That's just how that should be sometimes. You gotta get through it to get past it. You know
grow.
what I mean?
You
Right.
grow. Yeah. We
Then you
definitely
ain't
grow.
never got worried about falling back on that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was, we had some moments. I had some moments.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But so Back Block Boys, that's a vicious lineup. That's damn near it's a Rockefeller lineup for real. That's a tight joint. Especially adding Quilly in there.
Yeah.
I heard a verse that Chris was spitting too. He said something. Niggas was spinning what they said they was tucking for us.
And young Chris too. I said
Oh
Chris'
my
name,
God,
didn't I?
yeah, you said Chris' name.
Yeah,
But I want to hear the song. Like,
Which
I
one
want
you talking about?
I don't know what this track is because I only heard the snippet. But he mentioned, you could tell he talking about the shit he been through. He said something about them being too young.
Oh.
Management was fucking us or
Oh,
something
you
like
talking
that.
you talking about City Lights.
That's what that is.
City Lights is out.
Is out? Okay, so I gotta find it because all I seen
Yeah,
was
City
the
Lights
snippet.
is on a EP that I did, tribute to my man that passed away. Called Love You for Free.
Crazy.
It's on there. It's called City Lights.
That joint crazy.
We're about to do a video for that song, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got crazy on that.
And I like how just your work ethic when you came home is like, I think that's what people misconstrue, right? When they telling you shit has changed, right? You got niggas who's pulling off the weirdest shit at any given time, right?
Right.
You got Soulja Boy could do whatever he want to do because people take to you. It's not about you conforming to what everybody else do. Mike Knox fans are Mike Knox fans.
That's a fact.
So whatever Mike Knox do, they gonna fuck with because we're fans of Mike Knox. We gonna grow with you, learn with you, whatever.
I think the thing that I haven't done with my fans that I'm going to do now is show them my process. Like my cousin with me, like he'll tell you, I'm very different when it comes to creating. I'll be in the studio days straight and I won't get no sleep. I'll just work. Every time I go in the studio, I do at least 6-7 records.
Dang.
Wow.
Guaranteed, no pen, no paper.
And no pen, no paper.
Guaranteed every
That's
time.
dominant.
And when we say no pen, no paper, we're not talking like the new age no pen, no paper.
Yeah, I'm talking about like create the song, hook, everything right there
In your head though.
in my head.
Like you're not going and mumbling into the mic and then going
No.
and filling in and shit. Cause that's how they punching rappers. My bad.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
Yeah, a lot of dudes is punching rappers.
When you do
No,
that, when you do that, it's like, that's like after the verse is done and I'm tightening something up on my abbreviation because the way I talk and my tones and I just do things a little different. I really study my craft. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be in the studio for days. I won't move. Like I'm about to do it now with this new album. Like you see, I'm gonna be like woofing and all that, like no haircut, no nothing. Just
yeah, you say this when you
hopping
work.
out the Benz and
That's
just
when
going
you
to the
work
studio,
best.
get cuz the keys and take my phones. I'm
And just
here.
go in the zone. And you feel like you work best when you woofing. When you just on your shit.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's bad. I wear the same clothes. I'm serious.
Yeah, hustler style.
I wear the same clothes for days. I won't go nowhere.
Just be in the store.
That's it.
Man, I don't even think people be having an appreciation of the attention you put into your craft and like how hard you really go. Even down to like your taglines. Like even from the time you got out, it was, this is the motivation. This is the motivation. Like you constantly, you damn near market yourself in a sense. I don't even know if that's what you be doing on purpose.
No, I do.
And okay, so you recognize what you be doing, and it's like it's all that shit just tied together. Then you drop a tape, and then every song, then you watch it go on the radio. Then you see the video.
Cause I try to see, this be my thing. I try to show the underdogs, don't, like, all you gotta do is, you can do this too. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people make you feel like you can't create a record and push the record yourself. I'm gonna show you that you can do it. I'm gonna show you the mishaps. I'm gonna show you the frustration. Like, yo, I wake up and I'll get on Instagram and I'll say some crazy shit. And people be like, yo, why you mad? No, I'm not mad. I just don't care.
Being for real.
I'm being honest. Every day is not, let's ball.
It's a fact.
Yo, I don't feel like balling today. I don't feel like paying for no section today. I don't feel like all these bitches in my section, I don't know, drinking all my liquor. I don't feel like that today. Today I just want to be by myself.
Right.
And I might drink a half a bottle.
Right.
But this is how I feel today.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So people always want to make everything like it's just
perfect
celebration all the time.
It's not like that all the time.
Yeah.
It's just not like that.
I think that's definitely where you dig deeper with your fans. Even with this, like, you know, we normally have somebody else that's catching everything. But it's more so I want to give people the process. You know what I mean?
Process.
If you rocking with me from the beginning, I really want you to see us go through the mud. Like, let's go through the mud together. You can see it. You can figure out how this can help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's when you really build that bond and that relationship. Like, a motherfucker be like, man, I was watching you and that made me go ahead and do, you know what I mean? Do my thing. That's all I want to do is inspire somebody. You could do this shit, bro. Because we doing this shit. Like, you see how we doing this shit.
Yeah.
And you could do it.
Imagine where y'all be 2 years from now.
And that be the thing. It's like, man, this is the bottom.
Yeah.
And we at a good space. So imagine once we really getting some traction, it's up.
Yeah.
And you could do the same thing. Ain't shit stopping nobody from doing anything. But
No doubt.
that's how it's made. It's made to seem like it's gatekeepers. It's made to seem like this certain wall you gotta be able to climb over and all that shit.
Grind. I didn't know you was watching like you watching though.
Oh man, yeah.
Smooth me on that shit.
Yeah, I don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? I was watching. That's why even I could hear the music you was putting out. So even when you talk about how people say things is different, and then you come out, you could tell you still got your knock sound. And then you could tell when you transitioning and you giving them MK. You know what I'm saying? And then
it's a big difference.
Even once you giving them the lady bars and all that shit, that's why I'm like,
I be trying to get on my LL shit.
Yeah, you on some shit like that.
Look, cause they be like, I'll be somewhere and they'll be like, a female be like, I really love your voice. Like, why don't you do something later? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
And you give it to him.
Like, cuz he be in the studio with me. Like, that's where he'll be. He'll be in the studio with me. And so as I start doing a female, he'll be like, oh, he's over there female. Oh, come on, bro. Can you do some gangster shit with me? Goddamn. I'm like, bro, how many gangster records you want me to do?
Right, I got a lot of gangster shit already.
I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? He know I gotta do it, but he just like
he like what he like.
You know what I mean? So, you know.
The versatility is crazy though.
Right, and it's like, especially even like your ability to be vulnerable. Like I heard the joint you did for your dad and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So many niggas be shying away from speaking their truth.
Yeah, because you gotta, listen, I look at it like this. There's somebody out there right now that feel like that. They don't know how to express it though. So they need that record. Remember back in the day, this is how I try to do my female records. Remember back in the day when you were dealing with somebody and music was...
You play that song and it stood for your whole
situation. I mean, want my records to feel like that.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So
people ain't bringing that energy these days to the music.
Cause these days they shooting shit up and you ain't out here shooting shit up, so you can't really. You can turn up a little bit, but you ain't really feeling the same way you
honestly,
feeling.
I'm gonna be honest with you, when I make records, Cosmic Cat was the first DJ ever played me. in Philadelphia.
Shout out to Cosmic Kev.
Right? Without Cosmic Kev, there wouldn't be no Mike Knox.
Wow.
And I'll be clear with that.
Yeah,
Some may have followed suit after,
but he set the tone.
but he set the tone. From, it started out freestyles first. It started out, I might bring him a freestyle and he might go crazy on it. And this is in the beginning. Then I might do another freestyle and swear he gonna love it. And he be like, no. Why did you do that?
Something just like that. Too.
Like why? And I know him.
Yeah,
But
that
so, I know
no.
him for so many years. I knew the man for 30 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I know him. So that's how I learned how to make my records. My records started out trying to impress him to get the play. So you gotta understand, I jumped off into this game from mixtapes to being on his mixtapes to being on his radio show. So I was always conditioned to do 16s or to do 24 bars freestyles for the Come Up show.
Right.
That's what I was conditioned to do. And every bar had to match, and not just the bar, but the energy and the motivation in the record because of my voice.
Right.
So I would pick beats that I knew he would like. I'm not gonna tell the other artists how to get beats he like. I'm not gonna help them.
Yeah, y'all gotta figure that out.
Y'all figure that out on your own. But I would pick things I know he would like, and I would, you know what I mean? Like, he know I'm not gonna rap, zillion bars. But I would give him just enough to, oh boy, that's
It's a good
one.
joint, right.
You know what I mean? And I started to do my songs that way. This is why you get so many club records from me.
Right.
That's why you get so many street records, and it's like I'm in and out. I know what to do. 'Cause my system is always to radio.
And you got it down packed.
Yeah.
Because you come with them, and it's a sound. Like you got your own sound. Your
Yeah, I
own
know how to
vibe,
connect
your own
with that.
energy.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy. And Cav definitely, he definitely pioneered the sound period for the city at a point. Like, you know what I mean? Where like, even I would say
Period.
like the Rose Reds and all that shit, I would say probably that shit probably was
listen,
catered towards
all the way from
the shit Cav was doing.
all the way from Major Figure days. People don't understand. There is a point in time where they look like, why him? But you gotta understand, Mike Knox was moving when Major Figures was moving,
Yeah.
when State Property was moving, when Was Winning was moving. In the midst of all of that, I was here. And I was on records with all of those guys. I had records with all of those guys. You understand what I'm saying? So I was there for a reason. And then I had my own records that was getting play and moving and all that. So, I was there for a reason. I kept it's just about working, man, and getting better. And then me and Gil and Beans and all, we all started doing records together. So can you imagine Beanie Sigel, Mike Knox, and Gilly the Kid in Back Cave Studio and nobody has a pen and pad?
Just going crazy.
And the beat comes on,
That'd be the shit I'd be missing.
and Gil smoking weed, and Beans is doing on the phone, but he really writing his verse.
Right.
And I'm sitting over here like, all right, come on.
Let's go.
And then it just that's how you got to express yourself. Freestyle with me, Beans, Gil, and Black De Niro.
Yeah, I gotta get black up here too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He was one of the ones that told me don't rap no more.
what?
Yeah, he did that. Nigga's crazy.
Cause I can understand. Cause Black he did fully pivoted.
No, but I can say that about Black. Me and Black went to school together.
Yeah.
I know
Middle
Black.
school,
His
right?
kids is like my nieces and all that. So I can say that. But he doing a movie thing now.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he fully pivoted. Like I love to see everybody from that time doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like only one left. I need Quill. I need you to get a deal, go crazy. You know what I mean? Cause Quill can really fucking rap. Like he raps his ass off. Like I don't know, something gonna happen. It's gonna be a spark. But everybody else, you got Gil, the podcast, De Niro that had 1 million movies at this point.
You got me. I'm doing
shit,
everything
you done did
with-
some acting too. Like
with the
everybody.
Power, and I got music license and Power TV shows and
Right.
getting
How
the
did that
bag on
feel
that.
too? Getting your song
get the bag,
and the
man.
Power Book too.
Yeah, and what people don't
That's
understand
crazy.
is about that particular situation, I own the record. It's mine.
So you getting all that.
All of it.
That's fire.
Big
Smart.
fact.
That's
You know what I'm
smart.
saying?
And what I
I'm trying
noticed
to tell
was
this one.
what I noticed was right when you came home, right, you running with 50. One thing I could say, right, because I've read 50 book and shit like that. I can tell that he's not he ain't giving out handouts.
No.
He ain't giving out handouts. If you don't work, you getting flew home. You on nut shit, you getting flew home. So you really gotta earn your place in the camp.
No,
and
he'll
you
give
really
you
gotta
some.
earn all your shit. Like,
He'll give you some if you take it. But if that's how you want to be viewed,
right. And then you gonna be looked at as a nigga who always looking for a handout.
just won't pick
So-
up the phone no more.
When power's going on,
Mm-hmm.
you got shit popping left and right. Did you feel like I'm in there, like I got a sure spot?
No.
Okay,
I'll tell you why.
I'm listening.
Just because it's like if it's me and you, and you got a car lot, does that mean I get a free car?
Right.
No. You may not make me pay what everybody else paying, but I gotta pay you. He's a businessman.
Right.
He's not just gonna go and get you and put you on power because you his friend. 'Cause I think if anybody he would have did that with, it would have been Tony Yayo. He would have been
All up in that shit.
on every season, every 5 minutes on billboards.
He'd have been
But he's, Yayo's done movies.
yeah.
But I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, would have been
You gotta
Tommy.
work for it. Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah,
Imagine that.
yeah, you know what
It's a whole
I'm
new
saying?
plot twist.
Yeah. So things take time. You gotta work for it. Acting school. There's different things you gotta do. Like,
Right.
Even with the BMF thing, like with Lil Meech, he went to acting school and just think about it. He had to go to acting school to play his own father.
Right.
So if he had to go to acting school to play his own father in a TV show, what makes you think that
You can just
You ain't
you
gotta
can
work
just
for
jump
it.
and don't have to work for it? Like, you know what I mean? So
Big fat.
you gotta work for it, man.
All right.
So we got some shit coming though.
No Cap out right now.
Yeah, No Cap, the single No Cap is out right now.
Video shot by the folks, Dev.
Dev Cameron, we got some
Dev
more
Cameron.
videos coming. No Cap is just basically the single off of the new project that's coming.
Okay.
I really was just throwing No Cap out there first. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up. And then I came back with Wrong Time. I didn't put Wrong Time, and I kind of just
You gave a taste.
gave him a little taste. And everybody like, oh
Everybody
my God,
went
you
running
gotta
with
give us
it?
that. So now we getting the video ready for that.
For Wrong Time?
For Wrong Time. That's gonna be a different.
It's so different, bro. It's so like that's. I can't wait to tell you how much I fuck with. Just I only heard a snippet. Ain't like I heard the
Yeah.
whole thing, but I can just tell. Like
Wrong Time was
if you
different.
in music, that energy, that vibe, you could feel it.
Yeah,
And just when you hear that Wrong Time
it's
joint,
different.
that shit just special.
Yeah.
You could tell that you was in
was
a
somewhere
special
else.
place. Yeah. So it's like I know that shit was resonating with a lot of people from the rip.
Yeah.
And it's not a club joint. Like niggas is probably thinking like, oh, this a, you know what I mean? It's
So
not a
far
no
from
cap
it.
joint. It's a total opposite of no cap.
So far from it, yeah.
But that shit deep.
very deep.
You know what I mean?
It's vulnerable.
Yeah.
There's some vulnerable moments in there.
That joint crazy.
Who talks about getting rolled on and that's how you learn how to fight? So you gotta listen to it.
I gotta hear the
I'ma
whole
let you-
joint.
I'ma let
Yeah,
you-
once
I'll
we
let you.
wrap this up, I
Yeah, I'll
gotta
let
hear
you.
that joint because I'm like, this the one.
Yeah, I'm gonna let
Like
you.
if ever there was something like Knox was waiting on
Yeah.
to really throw it in their face or really, you know what I mean,
Here it
jam it
come.
down their throat vibes,
Here it
this
come.
is it.
Yeah,
Cause this shows just the ways you can go.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this is what they don't know. See,
They try to put you in a box.
you can't because look, you can't give them everything at one time. I just was waiting for everything to fall in place the way I wanted it to fall in place, for me to really get in my pocket.
Yeah.
And then, to be honest with you, I was off for a little bit because I lost a brother. Like my man, he got killed, and then my aunt, she just passed
You
away.
lost a couple people.
My pop was in the hospital, so it was a lot going on.
Your grandma passed.
Yeah, my grandma passed away. It was just a lot going on.
Right.
So I kind of like slowed up for a minute.
Yeah.
And like try to reset. And now it's like, okay, let's work now. I mean, 'cause that's what they want me to do.
Full speed.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I'm looking forward to it. So, do you got a name for the new project?
Yo, you know what's crazy? I didn't name it yet.
You be having all your names already
I
pre-picked
didn't-
out normally.
Because the way I'm creating is like,
Free spirit type shit. You just roll
yeah,
with
it's
it.
on my time.
Right.
I'm not like on a formatted schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was, and I told them like, nah, I don't want to do it like that. So it's like, when I feel it, I'm going. But I think what I'm about to do it, I'm gonna do like a blackout. I'm gonna do a blackout for like a weekend.
Just go off the grid type shit.
One day,
Yeah.
I do at least 6 to 7.
So if you
records.
black out for a weekend.
If I black out for a weekend, I'm gonna have at least 2 albums, guaranteed.
He said 2 albums.
Damn.
He gonna go in, go well.
He'll tell you.
Listen.
What gets you into your creative mode that lets you go ahead and just knock on them out like that? Like when you get in the stew, what you
Beats.
beats.
Get me there, because I always got something I want to talk about. Like,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the beats. I don't care what's going on around me. I don't care running around. I don't care about none of that shit. As long as I got the beats, if I got what I need, I'm going to go.
Okay.
I'm going to go. Like they'll be in there, they might fall asleep on me, because I'll be the only one up walking around, getting it right.
Getting shit done.
And this time I'm taking my time with the actual verses, and I'm going back and I'm listening. And I'm really like, okay, I want to put this here, because I want it to be a movie. Take this part out, put this part in there.
Yeah, you
You
on
know
a
what I'm
different
saying? So
level.
I'm just on something else right now.
Once you there, that's when you're orchestra. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like it's a
different instruments and shit. You
Yeah.
playing with shit
Yeah.
a certain kind of way. It's not the same rap. Go in there, drop my 16,
Yeah.
lay my hook,
Nah.
do my
nah.
punch ins. You know what I mean?
This post-production is,
Yeah.
there's just so much going on, and it's like, I got a production deal, Wonder Music,
Wonder?
with Jerry Wonder. So we got a studio in New York
What? You and Wonder was already working together
before I left.
when you
We were actually
So
trying
why-
to figure out what we was gonna do before I left.
So, and then even when you came home, it probably was still like a year or two before y'all got an official deal together.
Because it was me. I was I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I think he got frustrated with me at one point. I was like, bro, what we doing? Why we not? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, give me a second.
All right.
And then we sat down and he was like, yo, I just want to be a part of whatever you're doing. I don't care. I want to be a part of whatever you're doing.
Yeah, because y'all do great work together.
Yeah, so I created my label, with, his production, and we teamed up together, and then I got G Unit behind it, with my distribution and what I'm doing. So anything I put out comes through them. And the artists I sign, comes through them.
That's hard.
'Cause I want a female artist.
Like,
That's the wave right now, right?
That's the way.
yeah.
Everybody want female
Yeah.
artists.
You know what I mean? When you get these guys, man, you gotta adopt their beefs and all this.
You gotta be under a guerrilla unit type situation.
Yeah.
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 But I'm glad you came through, man.
Man, thanks for having me,
I
man.
hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you
I
enjoyed the
definitely
food.
did. No, it was good.
You know what I mean? Shout out Chef Henny. She always laces.
Yeah, she
I know
killed
it's
it.
going down. I couldn't crack the crab legs. Amber,
I was cracking mine. Fuck that.
Yeah, she don't play. She gonna get busy. So, listen, man. We appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me, bro. Anytime. You already know what it is, man.
For sure.
Yeah, love is love. I'm gonna bring you some bottles next time.
Yes, because
I'm
listen,
gonna get
man,
you. I
cooking
got
up will be,
I
official
got you. I'm a
podcast.
signal. Even if I'm not around, I'm a signal.
Talk to me. It's your boy Smooth.
It's
Yeah.
your girl Evergreen, y'all.
Got Mike Knox,
Yeah.
MK. We out of here. Let's go.